You know how much I love you? A lot. Why? Look at that. How I cannot love you when you cook like this for me.
Okay, they're off.
It's true. I love her very much. Rena, can you put the volume down for me? Thank you. Hello everyone. Back again. This is my 9th week of dosing on Ivermectin for the parasitic pandemic that's going around. I'm taking it as a prophylactic. You can watch my previous videos. So I've got my fatty meal, thanks to my loving wife. And then an hour after, I will eat my 3 tablets, 18 milligram. The reason I need a fatty meal, as I say in all the videos, is it's fat soluble. I want it to enter my bloodstream to take good effect against the pandemic. So we'll be back in a few minutes. In fact, for you, we'll be back in a second. There's my zinc also. It's been an hour since I ate my fantastic meal. By the way, we do videos on Thai cooking at home the easy way, right, Rena?
Yeah.
So easy that potentially I could cook it, right?
Now we are talking about ivermectin.
Correct. So, as my daughter rightly said, we're talking about ivermectin, not home cooking the easy way, Thai food the easy way. Watch those videos.
And today we also make a video.
Where were we?
What is it? I can't remember.
MBK
Oh yeah,
in Bangkok.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm living in Bangkok, Thailand. I buy ivermectin over the counter. There are some pharmacies that will sell it over the counter because a leading doctor in one of the royal hospitals recommended it. Said it can't hurt. So I'm taking it as a prophylactic against the... I've got to be careful because I don't want my video to be removed for breaking community guidelines. So as a deworming prevention, parasitic prevention, right? For the pandemic of parasites, which would be government elites. Anyway, back to the point. So I'm taking it, this is my 9th week. The dosage is in line with the regular usage for ivermectin, which is 0.2 milligram per kilo of body weight. You can, if you go to your preferred search engine and type in there FLCCC Alliance, it will take you to a website, which of course you mustn't go to. And that website will give you so much advice on ivermectin and dosing as a prevention. Also, physicians who will prescribe it to you. That's if you're in America. And they actually recommend that you can go as high as 0.4 milligram per kilo of body weight. I'm sticking to the normal dosage. But if you felt that you were more at risk of catching parasites, then obviously you can go a bit higher than that. If you are concerned for side effects, allergies, anything like that, consult your doctor and obviously maybe try taking a tiny dose and see how you feel after that. I have no side effects except for the following day, and this has been 8 weeks in a row. I'm very energetic for the full day, which I'm okay with that. I don't know if other people are finding the same side effect. It's also listed as an extremely safe drug for deworming purposes, obviously, not for any other purposes. And I'm not doing the jab I don't see why I should. I'm at an age group where the pandemic is not really threatening me, life threatening. I don't want to catch it. That's why I'm eating this. I don't want to catch it. I don't want to pass it on to family members. But I don't want to do the jab. I don't trust it. I don't like the fact that I'm being emotionally blackmailed and restricted and kind of forced into doing it. I think if it was good, you don't need to sell it. People would want it in any case. Also, it's very disturbing to see, for example, I spoke to a friend in Israel who's completely, pro the jab. He's had his third shot, and he actually thinks it's fine to have a shot every half a year, which means it doesn't work. Some people might interpret it wrongly that it doesn't work, that you need it every half a year. And he told me about his neighbor who was a basketball coach, 49 years old, had both his jabs. The last one was 6 months ago, and he just died. And I kind of said, look, well, you don't know. You don't know if the jabs actually contributed to him dying. There isn't the science, there isn't the hard evidence there yet. And then I saw something out of Singapore that was very interesting. So during the first wave, when there was 0 vaccinations, it was 174 hospitalizations per million and 0.14 deaths per million. Now in the second wave, 77% vaccinated. It was 194 hospitalizations per million and 0.27 deaths per million. That is virtually double deaths with 77% vaccinations. So, and again, when I was a kid and I was vaccinated, it was for me, it wasn't to protect grandma. So vaccinations were always, until the new normal, for individuals, to protect the individuals, not to protect other people in the community. And they also worked. The vast majority of vaccinations, there's no such thing as a booster. Here you have something that 6 months later, you need a booster. And there's no long-term testing. It's FDA approved. It's fine. Do your shot if you're so inclined. I'm not so inclined. I want to wait 10, 15, 20 years and see the real data, even though they manipulate the data. I'll give you another example, manipulating the data. In the UK, they recorded anyone who died, who had tested positive within the past 28 days, that was reported as a C19 death. So you fell off a ladder and broke your neck, but 3 weeks ago you were tested positive, you went down as a C19 death. Now in America, in some states, they're manipulating the data again. And on record, thanks to Project Veritas, because they want people to fear the C19 to promote more jabs. So what do? Any pediatric, any child that visited the hospital for any reason, for example, sprained the ankle, or like my son has allergies and was tested positive for C19, it's recorded as a C19 hospitalization. Even though they had no symptoms, did not go for that reason, they went for the sprained ankle. So yeah, figures can be manipulated and politicized, and I don't like that. I like transparency, and I don't like that I'm having to eat a horse medication in its human form, where 3.7 billion with a B humans have consumed this horse medication for humans. I don't like that. You can discuss it on the merits, but to slander, to call people idiots, to say it's not a parasite when it's got anti-inflammatory and antiviral properties, to say it's not FDA approved. It's not FDA approved, disclaimer, and I'm not the doctor. But to say that because it's not FDA approved for that purpose means you can't take it for that purpose and that it is potentially lethal when it is in fact one of the safest drugs ever made. And 20 to 30% of all prescriptions are for off-label usage. I find it very alarming. And I won't participate. So I'm documenting my weekly dosing because I feel that real life information is valuable and valid. And I also feel that when powers that be want to suppress information and push a narrative, I think you should fight back. Now, I have to fight back within the community guidelines of this social media organization. They removed one of my videos for being in breach. So I've got to be very careful in how I fight back. Obviously, I have to recommend that you go to the FDA for guidelines and the CDC and best of all, the WHO and your local health authorities who want to instill fear in you. So, again, I'm not going to delve into the pros and cons. As far as I'm concerned, the pros far outweigh any cons. Just go to DuckDuckGo and search FLCCC Alliance and read up about it. And come to your own decision. You don't need to listen to me. You don't need to be told what to think. You're smart. Just learn how to think for yourself. That's all you need. So I've got my medication. Got my vitamin C. My zinc. I've got vitamin A. I ate a fatty meal. And everything's good. You don't have to believe anything I say. You can look up Singapore's own statistics. The story of my friend's neighbor, a sad 49-year-old man. It doesn't mean that, that my neighbor understands it correctly. It could well be, and it's not a conspiracy theory, that those somehow adversely affected his immune system. So that's me. You want to do the thing. You've done the thing. God bless you. I hope you're okay. And if you feel better, fine. If you did it because you wanted to travel, if you did it because of work, whatever it was, I support your decision, that you're free to make it. If you were coerced to make it and you regret, but you feel like you had no choice, I sympathize with you. But for me, as long as I do have that choice, I am choosing not to. And that's it. So I hope this video is somehow useful to you. I'm trying to reach new viewers, to be honest with you. I get a lot of comments from some lovely people who are like-minded. And I feel that YouTube have restricted my channel, so it's not reaching new audiences. What can I do? So for those of you who have seen my previous videos, thank you for sticking with me and watching again, and thank you for your comments. And hopefully there are some of you who are new to my channel and this inspires you to do what feels right in your gut. Okay? So bye for now. Keep well, keep safe. Wear your masks.